before we go into the critiquing of the design, I'm going to just share a few things about what makes a good logo design successful. Number one is a good logo design is simple. Then number two is a good logo design is scalable. Like you can scale it, and then it will still, you'll still be able to see the details on the logo. And then the number three is the use of white space is very important in logo design. See, these three things are what I'm going to be checking on the logos that we received from the group members. But another thing I want you guys to know again is logo design is not you telling story. You don't tell story with logo design. Why we have logo design is to be able to let people identify the brand with the icon. It's not you putting everything about the organization in the logo. No, it's just creating an icon that when people see it, they know, okay, this is this brand. This is when they see this icon, they know this is the brand that owns it. So that's what you should always make sure that you hold on to whenever you are asked to work on logo design. All right. So we're going to be checking the logo designs here, and I'm going to be telling you why the logo design is successful and why it is not successful. Okay. This logo here is beautiful, but the concept is old school. And the reason why I say old school is because most organizations don't do applying too much of details on logo design. Why? Because when you do that, it's going to give the people who are going to do the promotional items work. It's not like they won't get it when they print it on, stationaries and so on, but it's something that they may have to start fighting with making the colors balance. And whenever you're working on logo design, you need to also put the printing part of the logo in place. Like you have to put that also in place that, okay, if I'm going to do this logo, I should be able to do something that when they print it, it won't, cost the printers money and the client money, because there are some organizations or there are some printing firm that when they see your logo, they charge you based on how you make the logos, but how you make the colors overlap on each other on the logo. And when you make colors overlap on each other on your logo design, so it's going to cost the organization and the printing press time and money. And this is what I'm trying to say here. Avoid placing colors like this on another color on logos. You limit the way you add details to logo the same way you limit the use of adding too much elements on your design project. When you look logo with too many content, the interesting part or the suspense that the logo is supposed to create is not going to be achieved. So you need to avoid that. So let's go straight to the second design. What he's trying to achieve here is combining letter A with the lens of a camera, because the brand is into photography, so it's trying to combine the two together. Now, I don't have any issue with this. All right, I don't have any issue with this, and the reason why I'm going to say that is this, because I can see the letter A here. All right, I can see the letter A here, and another advantage of doing this is if I zoom out now, you see that I can still see the icon, which is the beauty of this logo. If you still want to make this look more like a lens, what I think the designer can do here again is, because I can only see the letter A but not the lens. Now there's no issue with it. This is okay. I'm just saying that if you still want to make this look more interesting, what you can do is, because I know you're trying to combine the lens and the letter A, then you can now add this other circle here just to complete the lens look. All right, so if I draw this here now, looking like this. Let's repeat this. All right, so I believe with this it will still fly. All right, okay, so let's go straight to the third design, which is this. Now I like this, but I'm still going to go back to what I mentioned earlier, which is the adding of elements that is taken away from the message. If I'm going to brush this to make it look more professional based on all the things I mentioned here, I'm going to take this out. All right, this is not edited the message. So I'll take this out. This. Then another thing I can do in order to make this more interesting, I can put this to just serve as the tail of the letter W. So I can just put this here and, making another thing you need to work on when working logo design is making sure that you make it look interesting. The interesting part of the logo is part of how we as creative create what I call suspects. So I'm going to put this here and you see that this still have this. Alright, so this is still looking more like it, and then I can now draw this down. Alright, so I believe you get the idea. And then for this side of my F, I'm not going to do too much here, because another thing you need to watch out for again is creating too much contrast. Alright, too much contrast, like too much playful element on your logo. But this is a beautiful logo, just that there's this putting things together to make it look interesting that this logo lack. Okay, so I believe you get my message on that. And then on this fourth design is not successful at all, and why I think this is not successful is the use of wrong icon. All right, and then also the hiding of the focus. Now this is what I'm trying to say here. So if I make a copy of this now, first off, this is not adding to the message. We don't understand what the icon is saying. And listen guys, whenever you are drawing or making use of an icon on your logo design, please let people see that loop. Alright, don't just use any shape because you just want it to be there. There should be, even if they can't define the meaning of the shape, at least let it have that interesting look. Because what this person did here, the reason why this logo is not successful is because this here is not, in fact, I can't even define what this is. I would have said that this is looking like M, but I have this stroke pushing out here with this ball icon, so I can't really say what this is. But one thing I noticed that he or she did on this project that I think it would have make it look more interesting is the font that he used on the project. So I expect him to do, now I'm just acting like I'm trying to use what we have here to create the look of the logo. It's not like I know what the the message is. Okay, so if I'm going to brush this or to make it look professional, what I'm going to do is to make this, which is the name, and this is the focus, because the name of every brand is the focus, not what the brand is into. Do you understand? Whenever you're creating a logo for your brand, the name of the brand is the focus, not what the brand is into. Is that what we have there? Okay, interiors. It should be interiors. So I'm going to call this interiors. So let's just make it bigger. Okay, so this is still better. Design. So I notice what this designer is trying to achieve here is to combine I, M, and L here, but the way he now played with it here is not successful. It's not nice. And the other thing I want you guys to work on again is, please try making sure that you make use of wide width, or I make the width of your icons wider, so that when they print it on maybe shirts, complimentary cards, or they print it on flyers, it will still be visible even when the flyer is far from the eye. All right, so please use more of wide width. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is, because of time, I'm going to quickly show you guys how I expect this to look. All right, so I'm going to put everything I explained here together and then use it to recreate this logo. All right, because the grid is very important. But I'm not going to really show you guys how I always start my logo design project from start to finish, but I'm just going to quickly show you guys one of the options that I believe that if the designer apply it to the logo, it will still look more interesting. All right, so I'm going to draw. Okay, so I'm going to rotate this like so, and right click, transform, hit the reflect. option and hit OK here. So normally I'm supposed to draw my guides before doing this, but because of time, I'll be able to do that. So that's why I'm doing it this way. We have we have those houses on the logo. So that's what I'm trying to still achieve here. Okay, I think this is okay. So I'm going to select the shape builder tool down. I'm going to take this out. Hold on, hold on, take this out. Take this out. Take this out. I think I'm tampering with the space now because that space is very important. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw here. All right, this is good. And let's see. So we have our letter M now, but we're going to just draw a line here. Okay, and I draw a box. So normally my box is supposed to be the same size with the width of, so I have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and I'm going to just position this here because I still want to achieve that space I have here. All right. So my box should be here, and I'm just going to take this out. And then move this in because that space here is still very important. So I'm supposed to measure it, but I won't be able to do that because of time. All right, and this is my letter M here, and this is going to serve as the letter I. And I'm going to weld everything and change the color to black. So I have myself a logo now. Go to hide grid, and this is what I think is okay for the logo. So this is going to serve as the letter M. All right, and this is going to serve as the letter I. All right, so I think this is where I'm going to stop on today's logo design review. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and if you have questions, you can drop it in the comment section of this video. So if you have not subscribed, remember to hit the subscribe button, and remember to share this video with your graphic design friend, and I'll see you again in the next one. Peace.